You're listening to Greater Good Radio Hawaii. Please visit us online at greatergoodradio.com. Today's guest is Gray Kim, the founder of and partner in Vantage Counsel, LLC. Mr. Kim was a former partner in the law firm of Goodsell, Anderson, Quinn & Stifel and is an expert in the areas of venture capital, corporate securities and mergers and acquisitions, representing companies ranging from startup to public companies and venture capital firms, including Hamburg and Quist. Social entrepreneurship runs strong through Mr. Kim's family as his son River raised over $20,000 for charity this year.
How does the social entrepreneurship portion come into all this? Obviously have your business sense and your legal sense down. How does the social entrepreneurship come about? Did you have a revelation and wanted to put that in, or you always thought like that?
I didn't always think like this. One of the things I'm doing at my old school, Punahou, is trying to launch an entrepreneurship program, because had I been exposed to it, I might have taken a different path. I think in a lot of ways it's a good path that I've taken, because now I've had 20 years of traditional experience, and now some of these thoughts that I'm coming up with cannot be dismissed as crazy just because I've developed some track record already. Like I said, our law firm is focused on helping the community, not making money. I have the faith that if we do that, we'll be taken care of. I think Guy Kawasaki lectures on that same issue. Just do good, and the rest will take care of itself.
When did you come up with that, though? I mean, did something happen, or was it over a period of time, or
a lightning striking me or something?
Yeah, or like you almost died, or
well,
someone died, or
no. There's nothing like that. I think it was a slow process as I was working with entrepreneurs and looking at the world differently through their filter. Entrepreneurs look at the world differently. Mm-hmm. They'll see a problem and they'll view it as an opportunity. And so I just started. I think lawyers in this area of law are lucky because they're in converging points, and that's where ideas come from. Convergence of the law, of the business, of the technology, of the investors, of the entrepreneurs, of the institutions. I'm right in the middle of all that. And so that's where studies will show ideas come out. That's why UH is trying to bring different departments together. That's where the best ideas come out of, convergence of different disciplines. So I think I'm lucky and I'm blessed to be in that situation where I see all this happening. And I think with a privilege comes responsibility to do something about it. So I will forever dedicate my life to trying to do the right thing. And if I see something, I'm going to try to do something about it. The entrepreneurship side is aiming high in the result. Yeah, I could sit here and keep a small firm and make a huge amount of money, but so what? At the end of your life, what have you done other than make money? I think the great thing about entrepreneurship is you can make a living and do good for the community at the same time. We're lucky to be in a profession that we actually have something of value already to offer. We're not like a startup trying to figure out what is our product. We have a product. And so the social part, really, I view all my clients as social entrepreneurship projects, because whether it's solving the energy problem in the world, solving the disability problem in the world, curing cancer. Hey, if you solve those problems, I don't think you have to worry too much about making a living. Mm-hmm. Now there are certain social problems where there isn't a revenue generation out of that, and then you've got to get the public support. So that's why the social entrepreneurship side is a side where you're not necessarily having a revenue model, but you come up with something that captures people's imagination to the point where they're going to support you. And if you create enough assets to support it, you can run the program off those assets.
Well, let's talk about that a little bit in terms of your son, River, and his Malama Jam. How did that come about?
Well, a few years ago, we're getting ready for Christmas, and it's actually a month before Christmas, and my son, River, said, hey, Dad, I have everything I need. Don't buy me presents. I would appreciate it if you just donate the money to the homeless. He has a very soft heart for the homeless, and so that blew me away like it would any parent. I mean, my son's a really good kid, but even so, that was surprising. So I've been talking to my sons about entrepreneurship, that if they became a doctor, lawyer, or engineer, that's fine, and that's admirable. But if they want to take a different path, that's fine too. It's legitimate. So then the light bulb went off. I said, hey, River, why don't we, that's my son's name, why don't we launch a project together? I gave him a certificate that Christmas that said, this entitles you to launch a new event that will raise money for the homeless with your dad. And he came up with the idea of having a concert, organized, run, performed all by kids, top talent in the state, so we have a great show, but at the same time pick a great cause. And we felt that if kids do this, the community will come out in support of it. And he came up with the word Malama Jam, Malama to mean care for, and Jam to play music. And the first year we picked Institute for Human Services, raised $15,000 net, $20,000 gross, and we had a terrific lineup of acts, including this lady Jomel Sumaira, who now has a CD, I noticed. So that's part of our idea, is to get the top talent, to showcase the talent. Then, people will buy tickets for various reasons, but also because it's a good show. We also have a silent auction where we raise money through selling kids' art and other items that are donated. And so people are very supportive of kids. That's an unfair advantage. When you talk about startups, you look for the unfair advantage. People can't resist helping kids, especially trying to help adults. So kids raising money to help homeless adults. I mean, that's pretty compelling.
Thanks for joining us today on Greater Good Radio. For more information or a transcript of today's show, please visit us online at greatergoodradio.com. This is your host, Evan Leong and Carrie Leong, saying please join us next time for another episode of Greater Good Radio, Hawaii.